Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Fluminense.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I would think that this fella Valverde's role is going to be so key here. He'll be tasked with pretty much doing everything from covering the back line to winning the ball back, triggering counter-attacks, providing outlets,
Face to face with the keeper. Chance for a shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Nigeria are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Valverde.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Spread neatly. It's a threat. And the finish! And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to...
Olise! Fantastic from Olise! A finish right from the top draw! Into the lead once more. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Nigeria take the lead. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Nigeria clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Cannavaro makes the interception. Scholes is the team's great visionary. Now it's Olise. He's cut it out.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
He shifted it to the flank. And that's going right the way across. Now it's Bojan. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Maradona. And he's worked it through. Shoots! And that is quite wonderful! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Nigeria take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Gabriel did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's got tall. Just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Dybala. Now it's Maradona. Nicely weighted ball. That has been slung wide. That's tidy. Bojan Krkić stood his ground strongly. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
He's tried one! And this is Scholes. Can he finish? Keeper's not concerned by that. Now it's Dybala. Now it's Maradona. Fluminense finding their passes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Inzaghi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rijkaard. And here's the chance to counter. Olise. And that has left him in a heap. Played towards the other side. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that's definitely not his best. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Tries to thread one through. Bojan Krkić is in a really good position out wide.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Just eases him off the ball. Salmakas. Nigeria are looking to break at pace. Salamakas. Oh, that's fabulous. The ball goes in. And that'll be the last act of the first half.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting traffic to be heavy after the final whistle today. Substitutions taking place.
And we're off again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Salamakas. He is through here. Now the delivery. And he's taking no chances there. And a chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals. So now the difference is 3. Played back in, and he was quick to react. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And he has slightly undercooked that one. They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Olise, and he's had a hit.
No, he's missed it.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Substitution for Nigeria, number 56.
So, time for changes
Alexis
on
Telemakis.
both sides, actually.
Coming on to replace him is number 7, Dembele. Substitution.
And that is a little undercooked. And here's Bernardo Silva. He's got away. Now there's a fine ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution for Nigeria, number 17.
Nigeria
Dybala.
making another change here.
Coming on the
Well, I think he'll
field
undoubtedly
is
add more
number
movement
13,
and fluidity in the final
Yildiz.
third with his passing range.
That's a smartly directed ball. Mendes cuts it out. Yildiz. Dembele providing an outlet on that flank. And the shot! He scores! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now!
Scorer for Nigeria.
And that is
After
fabulous!
68
A
minutes
true
is
beauty of a goal!
number 7,
Oh, it was a real beauty,
Ousmane
Peter, and
Dembele.
what many...
And that's it!
Ousmane Dembele.
So many thanks to June Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Substitution for Nigeria, number 25, Nuno
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Frankie de Jong has attained the status of elite midfielder at a tender age. It's very rare you see someone have so much maturity, composure and vision on the ball. One of the best proponents of total football I've seen in recent times.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. What a Maradona! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Knocks it into space. And this is Cruyff. Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Keeper's dealt with that. Out for a throw. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Pinches it off him. Robertson. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. He's going for goal! That was mighty close. Caceres. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Zanetti, and he's managed to get free. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's heaved it away. Chooses to go cross-field. That has not gone well. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Now this could be a shot at goal! It's a smartly directed ball. Tries to play it through. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Quality ball. Zico. He's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, easy pickings there. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. That's tidy. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's forced to go back. Zé Roberto. Bojan. And he's picked it up out wide. Fired deep towards the back post. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Albert Ferrer. Can he get on the end of this? He's in space and looking for options. And he's quick to get it clear again. That's a little off target. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nice interception, well timed. Played out towards the right wing. Not the most accurate pass. It's De Jong. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that's a key interception.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Great defending, strong and determined. Makaleli. Great vision. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And it's Cruyff. Zanetti.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
They get a throw in. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Zico. Cruyff. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cruyff showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, it's come loose. Zanetti was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Can he get it through? Great ball if he can get there. It's Maradona! And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Here we go again. So the first half brought no goals. And he's intervened well there. No, that's been intercepted. That pass isn't the best. Zanetti. Great ball, and Batistuta! Oh, split-second reaction.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Cruyff, he's being urged to shoot. That has ended up in no man's land. The pass is intercepted. And it's Robertson. Zico. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Olise. That's going right the way across. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Cruyff.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Zico is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Bojan Krkic is herring after that one. Bojan is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Takes a shot! Fantastic from Olise! He's got himself an absolute peach. The breakthrough arrives at last! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Fluminense have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Zé Roberto. Probing pass. Pass is just off target. And The two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, good spread. Now it's Olise. He is through here. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And Batistuta! Batistuta! Glorious! About as smooth as it gets. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Iwaki are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. Inzaghi!
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Tries a shot! Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do, and will...
And there's the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Fluminense really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Substituição no time do Fluminense.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
Just ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Gets a good foot in there. Threads one in. Oh, good ball!
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. That's a good ball. Carvajal into stoppage time, very little left on it. Zanetti, he's picked his way through. Kirkchu, shot, there's the shot! He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it. And we're done. Fluminense can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Your reflections then, Jim?
Fluminense desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.